Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are doing something a little bit different and we are going to do a Halloween look. So starting with my glassy primer balm, I'm going to put that all around my face and prep my skin for some paint and for some makeup. A couple layers apparently is what does the trick, and I'm going to be taking the paint down to my chest, so get it everywhere. Now we're starting with this Monster liquid latex, and if you guys have never used liquid latex, it's buildable, pretty cool. And I'm just going to line where I want to place the liquid latex with this white eyeliner pencil. I figured that was the best way to stay on track. And I'm basically making it look like I'm peeling my skin apart. So taking a Q-tip and just starting by lining all the way down where the white eyeliner is, all the way down to my neck. I want it to look like the skin is just literally peeling apart. I think I do 4 layers in this. Let it dry, do another layer, let it dry. The reason I'm doing this first and then doing the foundation and the paint is just because I feel like I want to be able to have control of wherever everything goes, and if I want to lift up the latex a little bit, I need to make sure that I get some product underneath where it is. You guys will see in a second. But fanning this with this plate that I have and doing the 4th layer, and I'm making it extra thick at the bottom where my neck is so that it looks like that's the main part that I'm pulling from, the most gathered of the skin, I guess you could say. I got bored waiting. And now taking some sort of flat or sharp object, don't hurt yourself, but start peeling up underneath the liquid latex on the inside. You want to make sure to keep the other part on the outside connected to the skin, but lift up the inside so it looks like your skin is peeling upward. And then I went ahead and I secured the other outside of the latex line with one more thin layer of latex that just kind of blends in with my skin, as you guys will see. Avoid your eyes, by the way. Good to go. Now fanning it. I'll be going in with my Smashbox foundation, and I'm just going to use a brush so I have more control of it at first, and then I'll blend it out with a beauty sponge. But I'm getting underneath that thin layer of the lifted latex and also all around the inside where I want my face to look like it's normal. I'm creating a glam look underneath a crazy look. And then I'm just going to blend out that foundation with the sponge. And I'm basically doing my makeup like normal. I'm going to take my Shape Tape concealer and put that where I'd normally put it on the inside of the liquid latex. Blend it in. I wanted to do something kind of glam, like, well, really glam and just really pretty. And I was just going with the blue vibe. Oh, yeah. Setting it with Airspun, by the way, translucent setting powder. I'm doing my makeup like I usually do it, basically, and then I'm just going to do something cool with my eyes. So filling in my brows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. This is the pomade in Soft Brown. Creating a very Instagram brow. And then, of course, cleaning up underneath it with some Shape Tape concealer. And now I'm taking this precision brush with this dark blue shade, and I'm going to form a cut crease. So as you can see, as I'm just patting it on in like a horizon sort of shape and getting it as dark as I can closer to the lid. And then I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm going to get a little bit lighter. Using more of a fluffy brush, I'm just blending that out. I don't want any harsh lines, so I'm going to go lighter as I go higher. And blend, blend, blend. I don't want any harsh lines. I switch the brush, and I didn't add anything to that brush, and I'm just blending out the edges of that. So it looks like it's fading and doing a gradient thing. And then, I don't think I had anything on that brush either, actually. just blending it out. And then I grab this really, really light shade. It's a highlighter shade, but it's also really white, so I figured it would highlight perfectly and give a little pop to my brow bone, as well as the inner corner. Then I'm taking that fluffy white brush and blending out. And then I'm adding a little bit of black to where we first started so that the cut crease looks more like a cut crease. So blending that in a little bit more with the light blue shades. It's all about blending and just making it look gradient so that when you cut the crease, it looks more fluid. Now taking my ColourPop concealer, this is the lightest shade that I have, that's why I'm using it, and this flat synthetic brush. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on my eyelid, and then I'm going to look upwards so that my natural eye shape creates where I want the crease to be. Then filling that in, and then I'm actually going to take a smaller synthetic brush and smooth out the edges of that. Just making a really, really round and sharp crease. I went a little bit higher than I was planning to, so be mindful of that. Just take it slow and make sure you really like it. And then I'm going to blend out the edges of the concealer with the darkest shade. And then the lighter shade, I'm just going inward and blending, 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 blending onto the lid from the outer part of the lid. So it's a really smooth transition inward, and you can't see any sharp lines from the concealer other than the cut crease itself. Then we're going to go onto the lid with this really pretty shimmery white shade, and that's the Pac-Man palette. I don't know if you guys have seen it, by Wet n Wild, but I love it. It's just a really pretty shimmery white. And then I'm just going to blend the two blue shades and the white together, back and forth till I'm happy with it. And then dusting away my baking powder, I'm going to go underneath my eyes. And I'm going to do the same sort of gradient effect with the blue shadows. And I'm just going to add the lighter shade and then a little bit darker and then the darkest shade. So it looks really gradient and just effortless. It's all about the blend, people. Now I'm taking this white eyeliner and I'm lining my waterline just so it looks light. And then I'm taking this Silver Glitter by NYX, and I'm just going to line over that cut crease so it's sparkly. I want it to look very pretty and sparkly and girly and blue so that when I do the other side of my face where the latex is, it looks scary, like a total contrast. And then doing a little wing. Now for contouring, I can't really contour my cheeks here, so I contoured my forehead, my nose, tiny bit on my cheeks, and then of course my chin. You can't really contour if it's going to be covered in paint, so the cheeks didn't really matter that much. I'm so focused. Now taking my big Ego Tarte mascara, adding some mascara and popping on a lash. You guys are going to hate me, but I don't remember where this lash is from. It's crazy because I only have one of them, and it happened to be the one of the side that I was doing the glam look on. So I don't have this lash for the other eye, so this was just like the most perfect situation for me. But I wish I knew where these were from because they are gorgeous. And then adding some blush. This is just the Morphe palette 9N. Adding some color in there, and then using this Kat Von D palette, Alchemist palette. I believe I used the blue highlight shade. And then for lips, I just used this MAC lip shade. I wanted something really simple that would look glam and go with the blue eye. And now I'm taking this clown white paint that I got from Amazon on this flat brush, and I'm just going to basically paint everywhere else. So I plan on wearing white gloves, and I'm going to pull my bandana down so that you guys can't really see my ears. But I'm taking it all the way down. If I was wearing this out to like on Halloween night or something, I'd probably do a thicker coat on my chest just because I'd want it to look extra, perfect. But for the sake of the video, I didn't do like the thickest layer on my chest. But you definitely want to cover it up real good. And I recommend getting it all done at once. I don't really think it is that complimentary to wait for it to dry and do another layer. And then I just covered my brow as well as my eyes and my eyelashes. You guys are welcome to glue your brows down if you want it to look smoother with a glue stick and then do this. But I just went over my brows. They're pretty light. As you can see, I added a gray contact on the side with the white paint. I thought it really added a cool effect. And then taking this blood that I got from Amazon, I'm going to take a little brush and I'm adding some blood on and underneath the liquid latex. So it looks like my skin is lifting. As you guys can see, I want it to look like I'm bleeding out and I'm like peeling away at this really weird outer layer of skin. And underneath is this like glam doll. You can make it as gushy or as thick as you want. I would probably stick to a little bit thinner of blood just because when you start pulling on it with your fingers, it spreads out, as you guys will be able to see. Oh my god. Trying to get in there. But yeah, that's the thickest flap, so you want to add the most blood there. And then I'm going to put some blood on my fingertips of these white gloves. That way it looks like you're pulling your face apart. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, angels, and God bless.